Welcome to another day of learning something new. Today, the spotlight is on how to paint a house. Now, why is painting a house so important? Well, aside from giving your dwelling a fresh, clean look, a good paint job provides a protective layer against weather elements, extending the life of your walls. It's like a facelift for your home, transforming its appearance and boosting its curb appeal. In the next 10 minutes or so, we'll walk you through the whole process, from choosing the right tools and preparing the canvas to the actual painting process. We'll also share some pro tips and tricks to make your DIY painting project a breeze. Whether you're a newbie looking for a comprehensive guide or a seasoned DIYer wanting to brush up on your painting skills, we've got you covered. We're about to embark on an exciting, color-filled journey. So, buckle up, grab your coffee, and prepare to become a painting pro. Before diving into the process, remember, safety comes first. When you're painting a house, there are some key precautions to keep in mind. First up, dress for the job. That means loose, comfortable clothing you won't mind getting splattered with paint. But remember, no open-toed shoes or sandals. You want to protect your feet. Next, ensure there's good ventilation. Those paint fumes can really sneak up on you, and you definitely don't want to be inhaling them for hours on end. Open windows, use fans, do whatever you need to keep the air moving. Let's also talk about eye protection. Safety goggles are a must. A stray droplet of paint in your eye is no fun, trust me. Lastly, keep your work area safe and clear. That means keeping children and pets away. They're curious creatures, and a work site is no place for them. With the right safety measures, painting your house can be a fun and rewarding DIY project. Now that we're safe, we need the right tools to get the job done. Painting a house isn't just about slapping on a fresh coat and hoping for the best. It's an art, and like all artists, we need our tools. So what exactly do we need for this masterpiece? First up, paint. It's the star of the show and the one that gets all the applause. You'll want to choose high-quality paint that's suitable for the surface you're working on. Exterior paint for the outside, interior paint for the inside, and don't forget primer. It's the unsung hero that ensures your paint adheres properly and looks its best. Next, brushes and rollers. Brushes are perfect for detail work and edges, while rollers make quick work of large, flat areas. Both come in a variety of sizes, so pick what's best for your job. Remember, quality matters. A good brush or roller can make a world of difference to your final result. Now, let's talk trays and painter's tape. Trays hold your paint and make it easy to load up your rollers. Painter's tape, on the other hand, is crucial for keeping your lines crisp and clean. It's like a roadmap, guiding you where to paint and where not to. Drop cloths are the unsung heroes of the painting world. They protect your floors and furniture from any accidental splatters or spills. Trust me, it's easier to lay down a drop cloth than to scrub out a paint stain. Lastly, ladders. Unless you're a giant, you're going to need a ladder to reach those high spots. Safety is paramount here, so make sure to get a sturdy ladder and use it correctly. And there you have it, the tools of the trade for painting a house. Each one plays an important role in the process and helps make your job easier, faster, and more professional. With these tools in hand, you're ready to take on the task. A great paint job starts with great preparation. It's like setting the stage before the main performance. The better the stage, the better the performance. So, let's dive into how to prepare your house, or rather, your canvas, for its transformation. First things first, cleaning. Yes, you heard that right. A clean wall is a painter's best friend. You might not notice it, but walls gather dust, grime, and even cobwebs over time. And trust me, no amount of beautiful paint can hide that. So grab a bucket of warm soapy water and a sponge and scrub away. Make sure to rinse the walls with clean water afterwards and let them dry completely. Next on the list is repairing any damage. Look for cracks, holes, or peeling paint. These are all signs that your wall needs some TLC before the painting starts. Small cracks and holes can be fixed with a bit of spackle, while peeling paint should be scraped off. Remember, a smooth wall equals a smooth paint job. Now you might think we're ready to paint, but hold on. There's one more step to ensure a neat and clean paint job: using painter's tape. This humble but mighty tool helps to keep paint off areas you don't want to be painted, like windows and doors. It's simple to use. Just apply it along the edges of the areas you want to protect. And voila, you've created a boundary for your paint. One last tip before we conclude. Do not rush these preparation steps. They might seem tedious, but they are crucial for a flawless paint job. Think of it as the foundation of your house painting project. A strong foundation will ensure a great outcome. Your house is now a blank canvas, ready for a fresh coat of paint. The moment has arrived. It's time to paint. Our journey begins at the top. A good rule of thumb is to start from the highest point and work our way down. This helps prevent unsightly drips and streaks that can result from gravity doing its thing. We bring in the big guns first, the roller. Perfect for covering large areas quickly and efficiently, the roller is your best friend when it comes to the broad expanses of wall. Dip it into the paint tray, ensuring it's fully coated but not dripping. Then, using an up and down motion, we cover the wall, making sure every inch gets its share of color. But what about those pesky corners and edges? The roller's bulky frame can't quite reach those. That's where our trusty paintbrush comes in. With its slender bristles, it can sneak into those tight spots, ensuring every nook and cranny is catered for. Remember, the trick is to use just enough paint. Too much and it drips. Too little and it won't cover properly. And here's a tip that's worth its weight in gold. Always keep a wet edge. This means you should always be moving into a wet area to avoid leaving lap marks. It's a small detail, but it makes a world of difference. Once the first coat is dry, it's time to go in for round 2. Yes, a second coat is crucial. It provides a depth of color and durability that a single coat just can't match. So patience is key here. It might seem like a lot of work, but trust us, it's worth it. And just like that, with the swipe of a brush and the roll of a roller, your house begins to transform. Each stroke brings a splash of color, a hint of personality, and a dash of charm. And voila, your house is transformed. There you have it, a step-by-step guide to painting a house. We've journeyed together from the very first strokes of understanding safety measures to selecting the right tools, preparing our canvas, and finally, the gratifying process of painting itself. Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane. We began by putting safety first, because nothing is more important than your well-being. We covered the essentials like wearing protective gear, ensuring adequate ventilation, and keeping our workspace clean and clutter-free. Next, we delved into the tools of the trade. We explored brushes, rollers, and paint sprayers, each with their unique strengths. We understood that the choice of tool can significantly affect the quality of our work and the time it takes to finish the project. Then, we turned our attention to preparing the canvas. We learned how vital this step is to ensure a smooth, even finish. We discussed washing the walls, scraping off old paint, and repairing any damages before we even open a paint can. Finally, we dove into the painting process itself. We realized the importance of starting with a primer, followed by at least 2 coats of paint. We learned about the W painting technique, ensuring an even distribution of paint and avoiding visible brush strokes. But the real joy of this journey, the true satisfaction, comes from standing back and admiring the transformation you've brought about with your own 2 hands. It's the pride of knowing you've done it yourself, the thrill of learning a new skill, and the delight of creating something beautiful. So, keep this spirit alive. Use what you've learned today to transform not just your home, but also yourself. Embrace the satisfaction of doing it yourself. Grow, learn, create. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and comment. Let's keep this community of learning and creativity growing. Until next time, keep learning and keep creating.